Number one, Alexander Hamilton's argument that the government has the power to create a national bank is based on which part of the Constitution? A, the preamble, B, the elastic clause, C, guarantees to the states, D, the Bill of Rights. Number two, the national bank proposed by Alexander Hamilton in 1790 and the Federal Reserve System established in 1913 are similar in that both A, provided low interest loans to farmers, B, were declared unconstitutional by the United States Supreme Court, C, had as their primary responsibility the regulation of the stock market, or D, sought to provide a sound currency for the nation. Number three, one reason James Madison and Thomas Jefferson objected to Alexander Hamilton's financial policies was that they believed A, the establishment of the national bank was unconstitutional, B, a laissez-faire policy would not help the country's economy, C, the government should encourage industrial development, or D, high tariffs were needed to protect America's economic interest. Number four, one major reason that Alexander Hamilton proposed a national bank was to A, improve the economic position of the United States government, B, help state governments collect taxes, C, make loans available to owners of small farms, or D, reduce foreign investment in the United States. Number five, which heading best completes the partial outline below? Creation of national bank, full funding of national debt, collection of excess tax on whiskey. Is it A, the spoils system, B, the American system, C, Hamilton's financial plan, or D, constitutional amendments? Number six, during the 1830s, the development of a national two-party political system was mainly the result of A, conflicts over the use of the Monroe Doctrine, B, debates over the national bank and tariffs, C, disputes over the Oregon boundary, or D, controversy over the Indian Removal Act. Number seven, the controversy over the establishment of the Bank of the United States and the imposition of the federal excess tax was most closely associated with A, George Washington issuing his Proclamation of Neutrality, B, Alexander Hamilton introducing his financial plan, C, John Adams signing the Alien and Sedition Acts into law, or D, Thomas Jefferson supporting the Lewis and Clark expedition. Number eight, what did Alexander Hamilton believe was the major role of the federal government? A, to establish and control public schools, B, to support and encourage business and industry, C, to promote the superiority of the agrarian way of life, or D, to limit its activities by allowing the states to make important national decisions. Number nine, which view of the power of the federal government is most consistent with the philosophy of Alexander Hamilton and his supporters? A, the government which governs least governs best. B, the government may exercise only those powers specifically given to it by the governed. C, the government should give up most of its authority to the states. Or D, the government may exercise all powers necessary and proper to meet its responsibilities. Number 10, Disagreement between Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson over the interpretation of the Constitution led to development of the A. Great Compromise, B. Presidential Cabinet, C. National Judicial System, or D. Political Party System. Number 11, Secretary of the Treasury, Alexander Hamilton, supported the creation of the Bank of the United States because it would A. Increase the power of state banks, B. Raise revenue to reduce the need for tariffs, C. Help ensure the economic stability of the new nation, or D. Provide low-cost loans to farmers. Number 12, based on the document, discuss which part of the Constitution permits the federal government to set up a national bank. If it would be necessary to bring proof to proposition so clear as that which affirms that the powers of the government as to its objects were sovereign, there is a clause of the Constitution which would be decisive. It is that which declares the Constitution and the laws of the United States made in a percents of it, and all treaties made under their authority shall be the supreme law of the land. The power which can create a supreme law of the land, in any case, it doubtless sovereign as such case, to return. It is conceded and implied powers are to be considered as delegated equally with express ones, under a conviction that such a relation subsets the Secretary of Treasury with all difference conceives that it will result as a necessary consequence from the position that all specific powers of government are sovereign from the position. Alexander Hamilton's excerpt from Hamilton's opinion on the constitutionality of the bank. Based on the document, discuss which part of the Constitution permits the federal government to set up a national bank.